Hey y'all, thanks for stopping by. So, for this episode of Men's Help Monday, I want to talk to you about setting boundaries in relationships. And if that sounds familiar, if you've been keeping an eye on like pop culture recently, yeah, this is because of Jonah Hill and his ex-girlfriend and the screenshots of text that got leaked, and him saying he had boundaries he had that she wasn't meeting, and that's why they broke up. Now, before I get into their stuff, I want to let you know that setting boundaries and having limits in your personal relationships, whether they're romantic or platonic, is fine. That's normal. Everybody has boundaries and limits that they don't want people to cross, that they expect others to sort of accept. You wouldn't want to be friends with somebody who breaks those sort of limits, especially when you're open and honest about them with your partner. Where it gets weird in their instances, some of these limits and boundaries that he's talking about, it's the reason they got together in the first place. She's a surf instructor. She posts pictures of herself and her business and clients and stuff like that. He would even respond to her messages and pictures with, affirmative sort of compliments. Admittedly, very forward compliments, but still complimentary towards her pictures. But now that we're together, I don't want you to do that anymore. See, that's the problem that I have with this kind of stuff is your boundaries are fine. If you want a partner who doesn't have a really prominent social media presence, if you don't want a partner who posts pictures of themselves online or, I think the more common one for guys now is the OnlyFans girl. If you don't want a partner who does that stuff, that's fine. But if you start dating somebody who's doing that stuff, and then you demand down the line that they stop or you're not going to be with them anymore, that's. There are people who will say that that's abusive and that's manipulative. And frankly, what that is that's coercive manipulation. You've built a rapport with somebody, you've built a relationship with them, and now you're telling them, unless you do this, I'm not going to be in your life anymore. And sure, yeah, I get it. You don't have to be with somebody, but once you are in a relationship for a long time, it's hard to see it without that person. So you get some. There's a reason people wait before they try to break somebody like that. And honestly, this should really be an eye opener to a lot of guys. I hope that some of y'all are really looking inward about this and the way that you approach your relationships with women. Because a lot of y'all say you want this demure, shy, behind the scenes kind of woman, but then look at who you go after in public. I saw somebody say that these type of men, they don't want a woman who's like that. They want a strong woman that they can beat down a peg, that they can put into a position of submission. And yeah, that's kind of what this seems like. You know, you date a girl who surfs and then you get mad that she posts pictures of herself surfing. It doesn't make sense to me. I would expect you that when you find a romantic partner, the stuff that you like about them, you want them to keep doing. The reasons that you found them a compelling person, a reason you wanted to share your life with them, that shouldn't become a new boundary in life. You should want your partners to become the fullest version of themselves, not to fit a role that you need someone to be in your life. I don't know. I hope that makes sense. People keep telling me that this isn't abusive and this isn't manipulative, and you know, maybe your problem with that is because this is in that therapy speech and you can't see the blatant language that's happening because it's coached in these are my boundaries and this is, oh, if you can't do this, I'll still support you 100% in life, but I can't. No. Like, I'm sorry, but whenever I see someone using therapy speech like that with me, it activates my fight or flight response. So I already knew something weird was happening with that I couldn't really understand because yeah, I don't like people talking to me like that unless I'm paying them $150 an hour to sort through my problems. But, hey, that's just me. Um, at the end of the day, your boundaries are valid, but they should make sense. You know, you shouldn't try to change somebody to fit what you need. You should find somebody who is what you need. But, yeah. I guess until the next time we have a famous man telling a woman how to live her life, y'all try to have a good day.